Good morning, good morning. I just did this amazing stretch and I feel like I can breathe better. Like I don't even know how to speak in this video because I'm just breathing so well and I'm like on cloud 9 right now. I'm convinced this stretch adds years to your life and makes you a better person. Okay, you put your leg over to the side. Can you see me? So like that, and then you look with your head the opposite way of where your arm is, and this stretches your neck. This pulls your posture back. Oh my god, it's exquisite. So in the morning sometimes I'll just sit here. I can already tell it's a beautiful day outside. Good morning, Miami. Oh boy, I have updates on the whole Miami of it all. Let's wake up. You know, losing so much hair has opened my eyes to all the things you can do to grow your hair. There really is a lot of different options and products and things you can do. I feel like I'm constantly with like oily hair because all I do is put serums and these oils in my scalp, but they work. They actually do. Oh, my hair's dark. Isn't that fun? I have a lot planned today, so you picked a good one to watch. Hello. Bienvenidos a una día en mi vida. Bom dia. Hoje vou fazer vídeo do meu vida. Oh my god, I'm like learning Portuguese and I need to stop like double thinking when I speak Portuguese. Like I can't wait till I get to the points que eu falo português sem pensar. But I'm not there yet. But living in Miami has really made me more of a trilingual girl. What the heck?
It's the last one.
What do you mean the last one?
You ran out of beans.
Damn.
Ran out of coffee beans.
Did you give me the last coffee or did you drink the other last one?
I took a couple sips. I texted you, come down. You said make coffee. I said, okay, come down. And then you never came down, so I came up. But now it's not as hot and it's not as ready, but it's the last stinking coffee.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you believe how big he is? He's not supposed to be this big already. Like I just gave birth to him. And now he's already taking up more than half of my body. I mean, we took him to the doctor and he was up there in terms of like the percentile, in terms of the weight, in terms of everything. He's a big boy. I know the question you're gonna ask is he sleeping through the night? He is not. He's still getting like better, but I don't know, you see all these little graphs online and it's like 7-month-old sleep schedule, and like they really push these sleep schedule accounts and these little sleep schedule whatever, and they make you think that it's as easy as pie, like babies just sleep through the night super soon, and it's cap. Like I'll be the one to tell you it's cap. You want to show them what I taught you how to do? This is the first time he's ever like copied me. I just think he's so smart. Okay, let's show them what I taught you how to do. Your turn. No. Show them what I taught you. Yeah. Go like it. No, you want to eat it? Come on, show them. It's okay. You didn't even hit yourself. It's all good. You didn't even hit yourself. You didn't. I will say this. I think the key to not losing yourself after you have a baby, if you can, obviously, that's the thing. Not everybody can, and that's how people lose themselves. I think the key to not lose yourself after you have a baby is to pick a partner that's down to divvy up the responsibilities and take turns, because that's a big one. And the second thing I would say is don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. No shame in the game. Get some help when you need some help. And that's how I can still do what I want to do sometimes. You want to show them what I taught you? Like this. Good job. I will say something truly magical that happens after you give birth is your hips like sit differently, like they have a different shape. Like before you give birth and after you give birth. These leggings are aloe. You know, aloe doesn't really show off the figure. I feel like aloe is like Lulu a little bit in that way. Like they're not like really like the most curvaceous. I just have a whole different shape to me going on. I feel like my body transformed from like little girl to woman. Shout out 8 other reasons for sending so much new jewelry. I'm going to LA. I'm going to LA. I'm going to LA. I've never been so excited to go to LA. I'm so excited. Anyways, they sent jewelry for me to go there. 8 Other Reasons is a great brand because it's like not cheap and not expensive. You know what I mean? It's like that perfect in the middle mark for when you want quality, but you don't want to spend on like real gold, like full real gold. I think they're like gold plated or whatever. And the quality's great, and they're always like right on the nose in terms of trends, but they have a bunch of classic pieces. So shout out 8 Other Reasons for coming through. I'm starting my morning with a boot camp class. Barry's boot camp, good old Barry's boot camp. It is a very intense class, okay? If you've never tried it before, just be ready to get humbled when you go for your first time, and be ready to feel, a big shock to the body. It is a 50-minute non-stop intense workout. Okay. I have an update on how long it is we are gonna live in Miami. As you know, we have our house in Arizona, and that house was rented out for a full year. The guy extended his thing, whatever. Literally, one day, some new person wants to rent the house for 3 years. For 3. And Henny was like, let's do it. Let's get him to rent out the house for 3 years. We could keep living in Miami for 3. I'm like, 3 is way too much for me to commit to. Like, 3 is a lot. But we did agree on 2 years. We did just put this whole house together. It looks beautiful. We're happy. We're thriving. Everything's going well here. We have it kind of down with the baby. Like, everything's good with that. And things in Miami are also just working out. And the stars are kind of aligning. And it seems impossible because when things weren't working out in Miami, I was like, get me out of here immediately. But I've come to realize that that was circumstantial. Like, everything that wasn't working about Miami had more to do with the living situation than actual Miami. And living here has been kind of fun, kind of really good. And we're really happy. So we're like, why would we go back to Arizona right now? I think we might be here for the next 2 years. Florida definitely has its quirks. I'm not gonna be able to get through this sentence. Yeah, Florida's quirky. Florida, she's a quirky girl. I obviously grew up here. I moved back to exactly where I grew up. Like, it's not like I even moved 10 minutes away from it, 15 minutes away from it. Like, I literally came right on back like a boomerang. So I've lived here for several years of my life. I've lived in LA for 5 years of my life. I've lived in Scottsdale, Arizona for 3 years of my life, something like that. And Florida's definitely the most quirky out of the bunch. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to tell the story. And we have like this group chat for our neighborhood, like this neighborhood group chat 2 times. Okay, 2 times. You cannot make this shit up. In the past week, there have been alligator sightings, like, in the neighborhood. Like, there's an alligator, and they're like, oh no, like, the alligator got out again, and I guess they can't move it, they can't relocate it, because there's all these laws about protecting the endangered species, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? It's, like, not in our exact neighborhood, but it's right outside of it, so now I'm, like, on my little walks with the baby, like, is the alley gonna get me? Like, that is so Florida. That is so Florida. And like that, and the mosquitoes, and there's other things, like there really is so many quirks about Mrs. Florida. But I still think we're staying! That has to have been the craziest class I have ever done. I'm not sure how it's legal to have that kind of workout with the AC broken here in Florida. But I feel so proud of myself because I made it through. I usually feel proud of myself for making it through that workout regardless. But in 0 AC in 80-degree weather, I've never sweat so hard in my life. I feel fantastic. I'm also known around here on these streets. It's so funny, like so awkward because the teacher knows me, I guess from Instagram. I don't even know from what. But he was on the mic. He was like, "Come on, mama, strong mama." Like telling like how I. And then after he was like, "You have 6-pack already and you just had a baby. Good for you." So I'm known around here as the mother. The mother. I really don't mean to scare you, and I won't harp on it, because I really don't want this whole vlog to be about mom-related whatever. Because my intention was never to become a mommy vlogger, and I don't want to be a mommy vlogger, you know what I mean? So I try to keep the content not that, but I will warn you, just to a friend. One thing that changes, for sure, after you have a baby is, like, a Target run, for example. This is the first Target run I've had to myself in probably 3 months. So if you don't have kids yet, enjoy it. Every little Target run, soak it in. Because it's a freedom. It is. The last time I came here, I saw this little line that they came out with. And is this not the cutest little, like, ballet core line? Whoever's at Target is very with the shits. Because ballet core? Like, okay. I don't know if you feel this, but, like, I don't know. I'm not really much of a, like, lingerie around the house person. Because whenever it's just, I feel like a try-hard. And it feels like not, I don't know, it just doesn't feel authentic. So I like to wear things around the house, around my man that are, like, accidentally super hot. You know, like, I'm trying, but I'm not, like, in lace. Like, that's a little much. At least for my current era. I have a baby. I'm not going to walk around, like, with the lips out. I promise I'm not turning into a mommy blogger. What if I am? Honestly, not the worst. I'm done breastfeeding, and remind me to talk about it later. Remind me, as if you can talk back to me. I wish. Remind me in 30 minutes to talk about breastfeeding. I'm done breastfeeding. And a common question is, what formula do I use? I've been using Bobby, but I bob around because I try to see like what sits the best with him, but this seems to be the easiest in terms of how he digests it. The problem is, these moms in this area are fiends for the Bobby, so I never find it on the shelves. I'm convinced that there's one mom in the area that comes and takes every single Bobby off the shelf every time she comes. I hit the mother load, literally. Pun intended, not really, but I hit the mother load, pun intended.
How many people were scared? Me too. I was really, really scared.
Guys, that's corny. I think I'm a mommy blogger. I really can't stress this enough, but one of the things that I was not expecting with like pregnancy and that whole thing was how unfamiliar I would feel with my closet once I was done with the whole shaboom. Like after the 9 months of pregnancy and after getting through that first little postpartum time, my clothes, like I don't like resonate with them. And it's not that they don't fit, because the first couple months after I gave birth, I didn't fit into any of my clothes. So I was like, okay, I'm not resonating with these clothes because they're not fitting, but now my clothes fit and I'm just not connected to that wardrobe. Like I feel so different, I feel so new. And I did some online shopping on Revolve. My vibe that I'm going for is still young, but elegant. This set, and if I remember correctly, this set was pretty inexpensive. I will link it, but it's probably gonna be sold out. For example, this set, I probably wouldn't have chosen this before in my Arizona era, like this cut of top. And I put it on yesterday and it looks so elegant, so classy. Like literally the minute this touched my body, I looked like I was in a total different tax bracket. Hi, Pumpkin. You're so big. You're so big. I got the reminder on my phone to talk about the breastfeeding thing. It's one of the most common questions I see. I don't know if it's all moms asking the question or if it's just like curious people, because I remember sometimes I'm like, is my content too mom vibes? Like, did I switch up entirely. And I do remember, because it obviously wasn't that long ago when I didn't have a baby, I would watch new moms because I was like, all right, like spill the tea. Is it as scary as I think it's going to be? Like, what's the tea? I breastfed for 2 months. And I'm glad that I breastfed for 2 months. 2 months is better than nothing. And 2 months doesn't sound like a long time, but when you're doing it, girl, it feels like an eternity. Oh my God. But I quit. I stopped the breastfeeding, and I'm not gonna lie, so glad that I did. I just remember feeling sweaty all the time, just like sweaty and wet, and then you're like leaking in your shirt. It's really not cute. You're like pumping, and I had these like pumps to go, and then they would like pump while I was on the move, and it was a lot. Girls, if I'm not gonna be the one to speak openly about this and like work towards normalizing something like this, then you know who is. Like, no shame in the game. It's just too much. And it's funny because like all the women in my family, all of them were like, mija, no lo hagas, no lo hagas. And I was like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? When I was pregnant, I'm like, I'm gonna breastfeed. Like, you guys are crazy. Like, I don't get why none of you guys are encouraging me to do it. And all of them were like, mija, no. So it come from clearly generations of women that passed. You know what trip this also is, which is why we're packing so much? We're also going back to Scottsdale, Arizona. Whoop! I'm like so nervous that we're gonna get back there and like our feet are gonna touch the ground. We're gonna look around and we're gonna be like, I want to be back here. I want to live here. Like, I don't think we're gonna drive around in suburbia and peace and be like.
I don't think so. Big leather jacket that you could also use.
I look so Haley Bieber in that.
So it's like 2-in-1 kind of thing. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Gorgeous. And the best part is, it's going in your luggage.
You're gonna get a big bad reaction of, so you could be like, see? This
No, keep doing
about.
it. Keep saying it. The camera's not even here.
You're leaving me, and you didn't even tell me yesterday, and you're trying to act like you told me yesterday.
He does this thing where if I go to dinner, if I go out of the house, he says, you're leaving me, you're leaving me, you're leaving me, you didn't tell me. And every time he says, you didn't tell me, he acts brand new. When literally yesterday I was telling you, Robbie texted me, this is what he texted me, I'm getting dinner with him tomorrow, he's in Miami. Yes, I did.
I caught your tone of voice, slipping it in. So you feel me, like under the
Well, I said it.
Like you were like, no, today. When you were like, oh, and I'm gonna go get dinner with Robbie. And I was like, dinner? You're getting dinner
I
today?
didn't.
I was
And
like,
I told
who are
you
you getting
yesterday.
dinner with? What's
And
this
I
dinner?
told you yesterday.
And you're like, oh, I already told you. I'm like, what? Then who are you getting dinner with? Robbie. I'm like, Robbie?
Well, I haven't even told you yet, but tonight we are going to Chateau Zizi's, baby. My friend Robbie that's in town is so good at getting all the cool reservations and like all the cool spots. And I've been trying to get to that place, but there's never any reservations. Like, we needed to get into Neon Carnival. He got us into Neon Carnival. Anything that's like that, he's always just like, he figures it out. And I'm taking you with, and I'm vlogging it, and it's gonna be so cute. You know who was there yesterday? What's her name from the Toast podcast? Claudia. Are you a toaster? I was a toaster. I haven't watched in so long, but I'm extra excited to go now because she posted on her story yesterday. It's family walk time. It's family walk time. We don't let him watch any screens, so the second he sees his viewfinder, he is like locked in. Hey. No squeams. I know baby voice is bad because you're supposed to speak to your kids like they're adults so that it doesn't affect their speech. I cannot help myself. I live in a constant state of baby voice. It's just so cute. So cute. It's so cute, Whitey. Family walk time. Bye.